of three. I have a younger sister and a younger brother. And in the 80s and 90s, mostly the 90s, I was always out with friends, out in the street, community, riding my bike, going over to each other's houses and having friends over. And we also grew up in a really great family community with not only our immediate family, but our extended family and third cousins and so on. So a very big family. And we would get together often at each other's homes for several occasions and saw each other often. We had our school friends, we had our church friends, and we had our cousins and each other. And so I find I'm very blessed and thankful for having a safe environment and growing up in a lot of connection. My mom was a client relations expert in the banking and mortgage industry, and my dad is very charismatic with what he used to do in Amway, and very innovative in his job. And I grew up with a lot of positive thinking as well. And so now I find that it's just heartbreaking how much we are so disconnected and in need of this connection again. Now, obviously, it's like in my life, it's not necessarily going to look exactly like my childhood, and yours is going to be very different than mine, or some similarities. But with the fast-paced, technology-driven North American society that we live in now, I believe that we feel more isolated and disconnected than ever before, even though virtual advancements are useful and very groundbreaking for a lot of things to connect. But I believe that we are still more isolated and disconnected than ever before on a human level. So there's an emphasis on individualism. There's long work hours or scattered work hours, and you're missing each other. Living at home, people work and then you come home and then they come home and you go to work, or you're missing that interaction. And school and work, and so life-work balance or school-work balance is very difficult these days. And the digital interaction leaves little room for actual human connection. We used to ring the doorbell and actually go up to someone's house and call on them and ask them if they can come outside to play. Or even as adults, we would give an actual phone call and say, hey, what's up? Let's go. So there wasn't really texting, and now all kinds of different social media ways of chatting with each other without actually speaking to each other. Now you can even leave a voice note for your voice on the chat. And it's just, maybe we should just have a live actual conversation on the phone and meet up. And so is that something you think that is maybe lacking, or are you too complacent and comfortable with the new normal of how you're virtual now and you don't even really exist? It's just the words that you're reading from someone, and you believe that they actually care. And we need to hear that and experience that and have the five senses involved in our interactions. I believe that there's a growing desire for authentic relationships, and this will foster several things. So I'm going to give you 5 things of the reasons why we need to engage in more meaningful relationships, right? Or engage more in meaningful relationships and put more effort into it. So number 1, fosters mental well-being. When you maintain or build strong relationships, it reduces stress, anxiety, feelings of loneliness. Engaging in meaningful relationships boosts your mood and promotes overall mental health. So mental being, everything starts in our minds. Our thoughts and what we put in and what we experience is really what's going to end up coming out. And our growth mindset channel at Culture Kingdom, we love talking about all of these things in terms of for yourself, your connection with yourself, your connection with others, and your connection with God. And I really love that. So always think of these tips in those terms for yourself, for others, and for your connection with God and your faith. Number 2, enhances personal growth. Connecting with diverse individuals allows you to learn from their experiences, perspectives, broadening your horizons and encouraging personal development. These interactions challenge you to grow, think differently, and evolve. So I'm just reading from a blog post that I've written. I'm reading them to you, and we'll put this blog post up on my website, culturekingdom.ca. Okay, so enhances personal growth. Now, personal growth is exactly what we're about here. We don't ever really want to stay the same, because in your reality right now, what did I start with? I started with my past, right? I started talking to you about how I grew up and what's my reality now. I personally feel disconnected with a lot of people. I can say I have my besties, my inner circle. There's your family. There is acquaintances. Where are they? Where are my acquaintances? What is your lifestyle like right now that you're actually talking to that like extra outside circle of people that you interact with a bit on surface level? Virtual things do help with people who are very far away, and then you can actually see them instead of just a phone call. Okay, I'll give credit to that, right? But enhancing personal growth with the circles of people that I have, I personally feel disconnected from everyone, it could even be including people in your home. Why? Because we're on screens, right? So if you're not actually speaking to the people in your own home, I think there's a problem, right? I'm definitely a culprit of that. And so we need to start here, right, with giving yourself time for your mental health, how you think, and what you need, and making better decisions on connecting. Okay, and then we're gonna grow because of that. Number 3, it creates a support system. Strong connections from a reliable network of support during challenging times. Whether it's friends, family, or colleagues, having people to lean on provides encouragement, motivation, and practical help when needed. Okay, of course, it helps your mind, it helps your emotions, it helps your heart, it helps you physically, and so you need to get right with your direction of connection. Oh, that rhymes. And then it's going to grow you and then enable you to just start getting out there and making better connections with people who you trust that can be there for you also. So what you give out is probably what you're going to start getting back, right? And we need support sometimes. So when we feel, I'm saying we because I know this is how it is out there with you guys, and I know this for myself, is that sometimes when we need something and we can't get it from a live human being, where do we go? We're supposed to go to God. We're supposed to have the support system, but we go to YouTube. Like, you guys are here because this might really speak to you, and that really matters. And I'm hoping that this just gives you a spark, but then you got to do the work, right? But then this is the thing, is your support system can't just be digital things, right? We have to actually start speaking to people because there is your human energy and we need each other, okay? So then that becomes encouraging and motivating when you have a support system and you become a part of someone else's support system, okay? Number 4, boost productivity and collaboration. So teamwork, let's say. So in collaboration, in professional settings, I would say in home settings too. So you have to have teamwork at home, or even if you're at school and you're living with roommates, or whatever situation you're in the most with other people. We need to build connection, fostering teamwork, collaboration, and open communication. When you have strong rapport with colleagues and your family, you create a positive work environment that boosts productivity and innovation. And the reason why I say family too, like those words are really easy to associate with work. But when it comes to home, we have a really great system here where we make sure that we don't complain about housework and that everybody feels like everyone's contributing, it's rewarding, it's encouraging, and we have a positive vibe here for working together as a team at home as well. And so, yes, at work and at home, this connection with others boosts productivity, teamwork, meaning our chores at home are going to get done, right? And things are going to get done. And the more we all work together to do that, it's not going to be so hard on one person. Are you that person? Are you that one person that does all the housework? And you might have like kids maybe over even 5, 6 that can start helping you learn how to clean up their toys at least. I even tried getting my puppy to clean up his own toys. That's how it's all about delegating, right? Are you that one person that does all the work? That's not good, right? You're not loving yourself. And there is a way to change all of that and have everyone help a little bit at home. At work, okay, that's a little less out of your control, but connection with others, communication with others at work is 100% going to be better than just doing your job and being upset about everything going on around you and complaining about it, going home and complaining about it and starting to complain about it to your colleagues. That's like a weed, right? And I'm going to talk a lot about weeds in a lot of our content because we're a growth channel. We're going to talk about things in terms of plants and growth and weeds. Weeds choke things. You're choking yourself. You're choking your environment when you are keeping things to yourself and just complaining about things that can change, right? And that's not teamwork. All right, number 5, promotes a sense of belonging. Feeling connected gives you a sense of belonging and purpose, whether through community involvement, shared hobbies, or spiritual groups. Being part of something bigger than yourself strengthens your sense of identity and fulfillment. I'll read that last one again. Whether through community involvement, shared hobbies, spiritual groups, being part of something bigger than yourself strengthens your sense of identity and fulfillment. 100%, okay? This is awesome. So, promotes a sense of belonging. A sense of belonging is like a primal need that we have. We need to feel loved. We need to feel safe and secure and to belong, right? And you can't do that without connection and communication. A sense of belonging, when you feel safe, you'll be able to pursue your purpose and give and do other things. We need to have this kind of filling up and giving out, filling up and giving out. And don't worry about the word balance, right? It's not about a balance. It's about this constant flow of what we need and what we need to give out, okay? Then community involvement, shared hobbies, and spiritual groups, okay? So there's a lot, like I said before, there's an emphasis on individualism. It's a lie, okay? This individualism, always trying to do everything for yourself and just handling things on your own, or there's this whole web of trying to do things on your own out there, and I really don't believe in that. To succeed in life, in almost any area of your life, we need connection, okay? This doesn't mean that you shouldn't be strong on your own for specific things like achieving something by yourself. Or for my kids or myself, I can relate where my son and I, like my youngest son, Dominic, he doesn't really like cleaning his room, but he'll do it if someone's there with him. Kind of codependency, and there's lines with everything, right? But there's nothing wrong with having that support. But Are we helping him to try to clean his room by himself without someone helping him? Yes, because you do need to take responsibility and push through doing something on your own and completing things on your own. Like, I like having people around when I'm cleaning or doing things, and it's just this, it's something that is, it's just the way I am. I like when I have other people around and maybe have a TV show on or music on when I'm cleaning, and that makes me happy. But if I'm alone, does that mean I'm not going to do it? I might actually not. I might not do something when I'm completely by myself. And there's these different personalities, right? So we're not talking about that. Those are tendencies and personalities. But the fact that if you feel alone and there's this disconnection with humanity, then you're not going to feel like you belong, right? You're not going to feel like you belong to anything if you're isolating yourself and staying on screens and thinking that this binge watching of things is going to help you, right? Eventually, it's not actually solving your problems because you're just bringing it in, but you're not acting it out. And once you start acting it out, you're going to know who your tribe is. You're going to know who is people in your life that cheers you on when you have an achievement and support you when you're down, right? Those are the people that we need. And then again, it's not always only about ourselves. So then this grows your purpose, and then you're able to relate to people who do the same things as you on teams or in artistic things, shared hobbies, and spiritual beliefs. So if you have things that are faith-driven, then you are able to be on the same page with someone, and then you're going to belong. And we really need that. And so reflect on where you're at with all of those things. So those are the 5 things. And yeah, so the growing desire for authentic relationships brings community support, meaningful conversations, going beyond surface level interaction. Okay. So this is a huge one. So we have our 5 things that are reasons why we need to grow our connections, and going beyond surface level interaction is huge. So I want to end with that. Connection is not just socializing on a surface level. Connection, I'm talking about meaningful relationships, engaging. So look up that word of what engaging means and connect and learn how to get beyond all this disconnection with our virtual state. Okay? And because I want this for you. I want you to belong. I want you to feel full. I want you to feel loved. I want you to feel heard and seen and understood, and that you have things that are in you that you have people to give to as well and share with and encourage and grow, right? So we want this flow. We want this flow for you. And that's why I'm sharing this with you today, because I really want deep connections for you to grow. So for more videos like this, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop some comments as to what you think about the state of our connection these days. I'd love to chat with you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.